This is Good eReader News with Michael Kozlowski.
What do you look for in an e-reader? That's the big question in 2015. There's been a number of notable new ones that have hit the market. Barnes & Noble released their first new model in almost 3 years with the Nicola Light Plus, while Kobo released two different units, the Kobo Touch 2.0 and the Kobo Glow HD. All eyes are on Amazon right now, where they're thought to announce their Kindle Voyage 2, Kindle Paperwhite 4, and a new entry-level Kindle model sometime in the next few weeks. With so many models to choose from, what features are the average customer looking for? We seek to address this question with a new research and report from Good eReader. 2 weeks ago, we asked the question, what do you look for in an e-reader? 1,700 people took part in a survey, and they weighed in on everything from the size of the screen to brand name recognition. The number one feature that is most important to people looking to buy a new e-reader is resolution. In the last 2 years, with the advent of e-Encarta, e-readers have dramatically increased in clarity, and 300 ppi is the norm. To give you a sense of resolution, most e-readers used to have 800 by 600 or 1024 by 758. Like 2014, 2013, those were the standards. And then suddenly e-readers almost doubled in resolution. They're now 1440 by 1080, so you're getting like full 1080p resolution. And if you have a 6-inch e-reader, you really want the text to pop, and you really want to have a lot of options to be able to edit the text. So it's crisper, and it allows you to get better image clarity when it comes to manga, newspapers, and PDF files. 314 people, which amounted to 18% of the total vote, said this was the number one feature. In second place, 252 people, or 14% of the vote, said that an e-reader that supported multiple ebook formats was most important to them. This is not surprising because there are a number of formats out there, each with their own virtues. Amazon has their own proprietary ebook formats, Kindle Format 8, AZW, PRC, and used to have Mobi. This makes their entire line of e-readers not very viable if you want to borrow ebooks from a library or shop around the internet for deals. Most other devices on the market, from Kobo to Barnes & Noble to Pocketbook to Icarus, there's a lot of companies out there that have EPUB, which allow you to shop around, look for deals. You can buy ebooks from a wider array of merchants, and this is important to people. Third place, 242 people, which represented a little under 14% of the overall vote, that screen size was the most important feature they looked for in a new e-reader. Almost all of the e-readers currently available on the North American market are 6 inches in size, which is fairly pocket-friendly and cheap to manufacture. Meanwhile, in Europe, there are a number of companies making larger screen e-readers, such as the recently announced Icarus XL and the Pocketbook i80 or the Onyx i86. But I think a lot of those brands suffer from visibility issues and brand awareness. Other notable features that people looked for is PDF compatibility and a good rendering engine, 12.65%, and an SD card to enhance internal storage, 11%. The average user also thinks running Android is important, so they can install their own e-reading apps and not be locked into any one specific ecosystem, 7%. What surprised me about this data is some of the features I thought were important to the current generation of e-readers are not resonating well with our audience. Only 5% said the audio was important, while 2.67% said Bluetooth was critical to their buying decisions. I think this kind of makes sense, but I thought audio would be a higher priority for people, given that audiobooks, especially digital audiobooks, have suddenly ballooned to be like a $1.4 billion industry. In Europe, audiobooks are way more popular than they are in North America. Like in Germany is like the audiobook country of like the world. They actually kind of fill a stadium having an author read a book It's the only country in the world that can really do that. If you want to know more about that, you can search our blog, goodereader.com blog, for German audiobooks, and we have a big feature story in there. We actually have a link to the video, which is actually fairly fun. But yeah, I thought audio on e-readers would be important because a lot of people frequently comment on our blog saying, why can't we have an e-reader with like stereo speakers or a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack so we could listen to music while we read, or listen to spoken word type stuff. I thought it'd be more important than it was, but apparently only 5% of a hardcore e-reading audience thinks that that's important. Finally, 4.81% mentioned that brand name recognition was the most important, a Kindle for Kindle's sake. This is great data and should be seriously considered by any company looking to enter the e-reader space or in the process of designing one. The people who visit Good e-reader are likely people looking for information on their first device, or people that have had many devices and really know their stuff when it comes to technical specs and the state of the industry. So we produce these research reports about twice a month. So our next report is, how do you stay in touch with your favorite author? A lot of so modern day internet allows us to be able to go beyond how it used to be, where we used to write letters to their publishers or to their agents hoping for like a response, but now you can follow your favorite author on Twitter, Facebook. You can check out pictures of themselves on their travels on Instagram. You can go to their personal website or blog. You can listen to them on their own personal podcast if they do one, or a newsletter. In other cases, some people are really religious about updating their Amazon author profile with events happening in their lives, and that's a viable way as well. So if you want to participate in this report, it's on the sidebar of our website, goodereader.com. For Good e-reader and a research report data expose, my name is Michael. Everybody take care. My name is Michael.